One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Duke's offense will take the field first. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And it's good from 58 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic.
After the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Wake Forest offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Snowed under by the defense. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. They've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. The replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, got him at the 27.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deacs.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. To the ground. He's got it again. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wake! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown in the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
See so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
End of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first
I really
half.
hate that the game will show you that they're
Talk
kicking
about
a field goal,
first half
but then
for
they
the
go
dude
for
in
it.
that backfield.
I really hate that.
That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Down just outside the red zone. The Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just
too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get...
There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Wake. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Rivalry game in the books. Tackles for losses and sacks helped us out. We rushed for 202 yards and 3 touchdowns. Threw an interception. QB was only 15-26. They started playing zone and underneath. And then Wake Forest really only has one real good receiver. Like the other receivers, like 81, 83 overall. So only passed for 176, 2 for 5 on third. You see that QB 27-42 for 279. They were 2 for 11 on third, 2 for 3 on fourth down. We both had 2 turnovers. Also, that fumble late. Gave them the ball right back. No penalties. Rivalry game in the book. Duke all over the channel for this season because they're ranked. That's already the 3rd Duke game we've seen. We might see 6 when it's all said and done. You see our QB stats right there, nothing to write home about. You're a senior. Oops, I ain't even do that. Pfizer with 21 carries, 216 yards, and 3 touchdowns. See, kid was getting sacked. On the receiving side, Lucky, you see, 81 overall, 5 catches, 70 yards. Clemens, he's just a freshman, 5 catches, 57 yards. He got the touchdown. He might be something special. That's the star receiver right there. 3 catches, 18 yards. They had him in lock. Couldn't get him the ball. Man with 1 catch for 13 yards. He might be something next year once they, do develop up. Just a freshman. You see, he's only a 74 overall. That's why he kept dropping the ball. Yeah, only 1 catch for 18 yards. So sack given up by Howden, the senior, the captain. Yusuf with 6 pancakes, Moran and Nazel with 6 pancakes, House with 4, Bragg with 2, Mawai with 1. Defense led by Talib. He had 11 total tackles, 2 tackles for losses, and a sack. Sampson with 9 tackles and a tackle for loss. Campanero, 8 tackles. He was coming up, hitting those receivers on the short routes. Gooden with 8 tackles, excuse me. Let's see, O with 6. That was me right there, Guap. 3 tackles for losses, 2.5 sacks. Locke with 2 tackles for losses. And he had a sack. He also got beat for the thumbnail. The interceptions, they came from below. This is sophomore. And O, he's a senior, he's leaving. He had the 1 interception with the 6 tackles we already talked about. All right, y'all, appreciate you for tuning in. Stay smart, stay safe. More action to come. Remix.